I'm Annie Peterson, Preservation and Digitization Librarian with LYRASIS, and today I'm going to talk about salvaging wet books. So books may have gotten wet from a flood or from other leak in your building, or for whatever reason they've become wet. The first step to thinking about salvaging them is figuring out how big the scope of the disaster is. If it's something where there's just 2 wet books, that's an easy thing to do in-house. If there's something where there's 2,000, you might need to call in some additional help. But for today, if you're going to be air drying books and you're going to be doing that at your institution, here are some steps that you can follow. See if this book, this wet book, will stand upright, and if you can fan out the pages and get some air circulating within there. Underneath this book, it'd be great to have some absorbent materials like unprinted newsprint to help wick away some of that water. If it wasn't standing up like this and the pages aren't fanning out very well, another option is to lay it flat on the table and take some regular paper towels and interleave some of the pages with these paper towels. This will help absorb some of that water. You're going to be careful not to do too many paper towels because that can stress the binding of the book and cause some structural damage. So just a few more in this, and then the book will start to dry. You want to make sure you're doing this in a pretty dry environment. Maybe have some dehumidifiers running and keeping that humidity low so that you lower your risk of mold growth. As the book dries, these paper towels will get more wet and you can change them out for new ones to keep it drying out. Environmental monitoring, or tracking the temperature and relative humidity, is another part of making sure that the environment in the area that you're using to dry is not becoming too humid and encouraging mold growth. Check on the books periodically, make sure that you don't see any mold and that they are successfully drying. And you might be able to, as they get a little bit drier, stand them up and get some fans going as well for some air circulation, again, to prevent that mold from growing. So those are some basics on salvaging and air drying bound volumes or books. Thanks.